Why do we stay in toxic environments and how do we get out of it? A toxic environment can be a toxic friendship, a toxic work environment, a toxic relationship, a toxic relative relationship. So, why do we stay? Welcome to Blossoming Power, the platform that helps you to come up with your own blueprint of the life that you desire. This is Maria Lucas, and today we are going to tackle why do we stay? And our story today, it is taken from the frog in a pot. So it's inspired by the frog in a pot. So there was a chef who was asked to cook a frog delicacy. So what happened was he took two frogs, he boiled water, he put in the first frog. The frog did not even hit the water, the frog jumped out the window. So the chef realized that, so when the water is hot, the frog will actually jump out. So what the chef did is he took another approach. He took a pot, he put cold water and put it on the stove and put the frog inside where the water was cold or is cold. Then he started to turn on the flames just a little bit. As the water starts to warm, the frog adjusts its body to the temperature. Then he turned it to the middle. The water started to get warmer. The frog started also to adjust its body to accommodate the temperature. To the point where the chef turned the flames to the highest. Now here, the water started to boil. The frog can no longer adjust. What happens is the frog cannot jump out. So it just stayed until it was boiled to death. And then the chef finished cooking and served dinner to those that wanted to eat the frog. So, what is the moral of the story? You notice that when the chef put the frog in the hot water, the frog jumped out because the water or the environment was not conducive for it. The water or the environment was already toxic. So the frog jumped out. And then notice that the second frog was deceived because it was put in cold water. So the water was cold and then it kept adjusting to the point that it can no longer adjust, and then it died. So that is what's happening to us human beings. When you are put in a toxic environment where when you enter, the environment was already toxic, you tend to leave immediately. You leave immediately because you know that this environment, I cannot survive one bit. But there comes a certain time whereby when you enter the door, the environment was so cool. It was inviting. So you came in and then you were really happy, treated well, and praised, and you were affirmed in this environment. So it was very, very cool and cozy. So as the environment started changing bit by bit, because you were treated or you found the environment conducive in the beginning, you tend to adjust to the environment changes. In a relationship, maybe your partner was good to you and then he started to misbehave little by little. So you tend to forgive. When you are forgiving, because you knew you were already treated better then, so maybe it was just a minor mistake, you forgive. Not knowing that the person is just testing your patience. Friendship, when you were friends, it was all good. Then they started taking advantage of you little by little. You adjust because you were already treated better by your friend. You were shown care and love in the beginning. You are thinking, no, it's just a minor mistake. So you let it go. You adjust. You adjust. You keep on adjusting until the disrespect become too much. When the disrespect become too much, you keep on adjusting to the point where you can no longer adjust. You can no longer live because you are used to their behavior. Now the person have turned from affirming you to abusing you, either verbally, physically, or friends. Maybe they are extracting from you your energy, your money, your time, whatever they are doing to you that they were not doing in the beginning. So you have been adjusting to the toxic, to the environment when it turned toxic, to the point you did not realize that, to the point when you realize that the environment was too toxic. You are already in it deep, that it's difficult to come out. So these people, when they now tend to create a toxic environment for you, to treat you the way you are not supposed to be treated. In the beginning, they were just apologetic a little bit. They will say sorry for the mistake. To the point where they were no longer apologetic. They will continue to do whatever they want. They continue treating you however they feel like they want to treat you. And then now you are there asking yourself, why am I here? What are my benefits? But and many a times we always cling on the first treatment, that we were treated first, the way we were treated, the way we were happy with them in the beginning. We cling on that maybe one day they will go back to the way they were. But what we didn't realize is that some people are just users. So they treated you well in the beginning so that they can pull you in. When they pulled you in and they noticed that you cannot go anywhere, then they started now to impose their evil plans on you, whatever, or to show their true colors, who they are. So now when you dismiss their true colors, when they are showing you, you dismiss it, because in the beginning they were good. Maybe it was just a bad day. The way we forgive bad behavior thinking that it was just a bad day. Sometimes it was not a bad day. It's their true colors coming out. Their true colors coming out to the point where you can no longer go out or leave this toxic environment. So the lesson is that you need to be cautious, because many a times people don't show their true colors in the beginning. It's when they get used to you that they show their true colors, and you are already deep in it. And when you see them misbehaving, you tend to forgive, thinking it's minor mistakes. So what do we do then if we find ourselves that the person is shifting. If you are lucky, you will notice that the person's behavior is shifting. You either address it and stand your ground, or you leave. That's the only two options. Either address it, stand your ground until the person learn how to treat you, or you leave. Now, what happens to these ones that did not notice anything to the point where they found themselves in deep shit? Excuse the language. What happens is, once your heart, your inner child, start telling you that this is not good behavior, this behavior or these patterns have been repeating itself, you need to listen. Many a times our inner child tell us, hey, it's time to move, but we tend to ignore the inner child. Never you ignore your inner child or your intuitions, because they are always correct. If you follow your intuition, if we follow the intuition or our inner child, we will never find ourselves in this type of situation. So when your inner child starts telling you, recognize your inner child and start questioning. Sometimes by this time, this environment that you are is already used to you excusing their bad behaviors. And when you start questioning, they'll be defending themselves like, why now? Why are you questioning me now? Huh? I thought it was fine. You used to be cool with it. What happened now? So you used to be cool with it. Start questioning all these things. Tell the person, no, I was never cool with it. I was just thinking maybe you would change. But you did not change. So the best way is to leave. If you know you cannot leave, seek for help, counseling or something together, or invite the boss if it's in the working environment. Invite the bigger person or the bigger person with influence who can come and address the issue. The person, just to bring in somebody to address the issue. If then you cannot change working environment, if then you cannot drop the relationship, if then you cannot drop the friendship, seek for help. And then try and make them understand how you feel when they do these things. Many times they do not change because they were happy when you were there, where you were. They have been used to you being who you are and them being the way they are, behaving badly the way they want to behave with you. Now that you are changing, they will not understand it, because it has been long they have disregarded your feelings. They thought maybe you don't feel, it's only them who feel. So now, why now are you telling us that you don't feel comfortable the way I am living or the way I'm treating you? You used to be comfortable with it. But initially you were never comfortable. You were just thinking that the person will change or the environment will change. But it kept on being toxic and toxic to the point where you cannot bear it anymore. So all that I'm saying is, question things, leave, or address. If you address and there's no change, first you question and then you address. When you address and there's no change, leave. To keep your sanity, leave. To keep your sanity, leave. People have a tendency of driving you crazy and still be surprised when you start acting. They'll be surprised. but they know that you are the one who drove you crazy. So don't allow this behavior. Those that are already in the behavior, please seek for help. If you cannot come out by yourself, seek for help. Third person to come in and help you. Or sometimes you want to stay, you just want the person to change the behavior, or you want to stay at work, you just want your colleagues to change the behavior. You want to be friends with this person, but you want the person to change the behaviors towards you. So what you do is invite a third party. If then this third party comes in and there's nothing that is changing, do not stay, because it will not end well with you. Because it will crush your self-esteem, it will crush your confidence, it will crush you as a person, it will give you emotional problems, it will temper with your mental, it will just give you all these negative energies. It will make you bitter, and you are not a bitter person. So change the environment, address the issues, and stand your ground. Stand your ground. And ignore those that are telling you to stay. Sometimes they tell you to stay, but it's not a good environment for you. You are the one who is in hot water. Move. Some people will just advise you afar. They are not in the hot water with you. They don't know what is going on or how you are paining by this hot water. So it's always best to see who is giving you better advices, and it always comes back to your choice. Even if you are advised by 100 people, sometimes you even end up not taking any advice. It's always better to be advised, then you can make your better judgments. If you make your better judgments, make a decision. Just make sure that the decision that you're going to do will not hurt you. The decision will not hurt you. But many a time, if you choose yourself, you are not going to hurt. Unless you tell yourself that you're going to hurt. If you choose yourself, you will not be hurting. Take it from me. I have chosen myself. I've chosen that nobody is going to hurt me or impose their negative energies on me. But I am happy. Have I kept on entertaining the nonsense? I don't know where I'll be. I don't know how bitter I'll be. So please change. Change. Listen to your inner baby. Listen to your inner baby. So do not forget to subscribe and press that notification bell. You are welcome to drop a comment and tell us what topic you want us to touch, and then we'll touch that topic for you and we'll give you advice. Again, this is Maria Lucas from Blossoming Power. Blossoming Power, the power within. Until next time, see you.